Hi, and welcome to Sunday with Mike. On today's show, we're going to cover some lessons that I've learned from watching the Olympics, mailing lists, bridal shows, and Mobile Beat Convention number 22. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and join me. I'll be right back. Hi, and welcome back. My wife Terry loves watching the Olympics, so I knew I was going to lose any hope of touching the remote controls starting on February the 8th, and I even made a joke about it on Facebook. As I watched the different parts of the Olympics from time to time, I realized something that had never occurred to me before. I want to break some of those things down and see how you relate to a few of them. Do you work really hard to push the bar higher and higher to be the best that you can be? I know that I do. So if the best of the best that the world has to offer can fall down in front of a world stage, then why is it not okay for us DJs to fail once in a while too? I push myself hard and I tend to be a perfectionist. I know that about myself and I try to keep it in check. That's what makes me want those around me to be one too. But that's not fair to them. So we need to be aware of our differences and not push our values on other people, especially your life partner. You already have enough going on in that department. But pushing yourself to new heights is exactly how you become better than you already are. But you will fail a few times when you try to exceed your current comfort level, and that's what you were seeing on the Olympics. So what happens when you do fail? Do exactly what the Olympians do. You pick yourself back up and continue like nothing ever happened. But more importantly, I want you to learn what I did from watching the Olympics this year. That it's okay to fail, as long as you were giving it your best. Don't use it as a cop-out and a lazy escape. But if you were really trying your best and you failed, give yourself a pass and don't beat yourself up over it. Just try even harder the next time you try. Steve Harvey shared some fantastic advice one day in a parking lot that someone caught him as he was leaving, and I'm really going to encourage you to take a moment and watch this video. Regardless of what you think of him as a person, please take a moment and listen on his advice on how to be successful. This thing is less than 2 minutes long and it's worth every second of your time. So I'm going to share that link for you down below in the comments section, and I want you to take a moment and watch that, and then I want you to come back and tell me your thoughts about this segment and Steve's advice in the comments down below. I'll be right back.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
David Ellick from the Sunday with Mike group wants to know, do mailing lists work? David, I've tried many different things over the years to attract new business, and I have to say that direct marketing has never worked for me. What has worked is to have a sign-up area on my website when a visitor could fill out their name and email address. I think the biggest reason that it was more successful for me was because they asked for the information to be sent to them and gave you their permission by giving you their contact information. Whereas a mailing list is unwanted by everyone, at least everybody that I know. Think about how many spam emails you delete a day without even opening them up, right? So not to mention that every email that you could open is another chance to infect your computer with critters and viruses and that kind of thing. So, most people are just avoiding mail that they didn't ask for. So my general advice is to put up a sign-up form on your website and stay in touch with those people since they gave you the okay. But as far as mass mailing people and buying mailing lists, I say save your money. Lance Beauchamp is back again in the Sunday with Mike group wanting to know, do bridal shows work and are they worth it? Lance, this is a really good question. And again, it depends on so many factors. How much will this cost you? How many events would you need to book to break even on the cost? Most people aren't aware of all of the costs associated to do a big bridal show. So I'll share some of my own numbers and examples to give you an idea. My single booth space is either going to be an 8x8 or a 10x10 depending on the show. Both seem pretty common, and it just really depends on who's promoting the show and what they think they need or how many booths they want to squeeze in. Most of the booths are going to run about $800 unless it's a corner booth, and if it's corner, it's going to cost you more, generally about $100. The electricity is another cost, and that runs anywhere between $75 and $150 depending on how much electricity you need and how soon you sign up for it. If you wait until the show to order electricity, you'll be paying top dollar because they didn't have a chance to pre-run it. So don't make that mistake and order your electricity as soon as you sign up for your booth. That way you get the best pricing and you know you're going to have electricity. You'll need signs and banners and stuff to display. You'll also need to be respectful of other booths that are next to yours, which is only a curtain away, and that means that you really can't play much music, and not very loud if you did. So I don't even set up a system anymore in our booth. It just wasn't worth the effort for me. You'll need personnel to help you with your booth. Especially with a large bridal show, there's just not enough of you to go around, and you'll need to hand out materials, give to the brides as they come by to visit your booth, and it's not just one at a time. Sometimes there's 6 people approaching your booth. So you'll need to stay in your designated area and do not stand in the aisle. This is called hawking, and it's hated by everyone. Your place is in your booth, not in the aisle, so stay in your space and let the brides come to you. My average cost for a bridal show by the time it was all said and done was around $1,600. Sometimes I'd get by with less, $1,200, $1,300, but usually it was right around $1,500, $1,600. So for me, it was never a major source for booking my events, but more of a break-even proposition. So that allowed me to keep my name into the public eye, and considering that these are normally on a Sunday, and I've usually been working all week long, it takes a lot of convincing for me to talk myself into doing these things anymore. Your experiences may vary, and if you've never done one, start with a smaller boutique bridal show that won't cost you very much, and then this way you can get a feel for how it goes, and you can tweak your sales pitches and learn to be better at it before sinking a lot of money into a really big show and then have it flop on you. I know there isn't much time left, but if you've never been to a Mobile Beat DJ convention, you're cheating yourself out of some great lessons and experiences. You really should attend Mobile Beat number 22 this March 12th through 15th in Las Vegas. There is just so much to learn from other DJs that are attending, those that are presenting topics and ideas on stage, as well as the workshops that are available to hone just about any skill you might be lacking in. I have been to many of these conventions over the years, and I have never regretted a single one of them. I know that you won't either if you just make it happen. It's really easy to come up with a ton of excuses why you can't make it year after year. It's much harder to dig in and make it happen, and you really do, because you need to make that. You need to do this for yourself. You need to stay current with your craft, not just your music collection. If you want to keep up in this business, those who are stagnant and never push their boundaries will never improve and will just do the same thing over and over again. And then they'll wonder why their business is failing and why that new guy is getting all the business. Trust me when I say this. It's time to step up or step out. Either way, it's going to happen with or without your help. Personally, I prefer to stay active, always learning, always trying my best to improve with each and every event that I do. I buy DVDs and books. I watch tons of content weekly. I take workshops. I welcome constructive criticism. Why must we have the latest toys, mixers, controllers, and phones, but not the latest knowledge? What about your brain? Doesn't your brain deserve an upgrade? I think it does, and you should be thinking in those terms too. If you follow my show on a regular basis, you know that I am just like you, a working DJ trying to pay the bills and have really happy clients along the way. Don't forget, on our next show on March 4th, we will announce the topic winner from the Sunday with Mike suggestions, and that winner is going to get some Disc Jockey News TV swag. So be sure to tune in next week to see who the winner is. But in the meantime, go ahead and tell me in the group which one was your favorite topic. I'll be looking for those soon. That's going to be our show for today, so please share it with your friends. Give me your thoughts down in the comments section, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if we've taught you anything new at all. And like always, I'm saving a seat for you in the Sunday with Mike group. Come on over and join us. We'll see you next week.